Hi, Lion's Den. Lion's Den, can you tell Blee to accept the request? I've tried requesting to go live with her. I'm starving. Hiya. Hi, Scouse. Are you alright? That's good. I'm knackered. Can we share the live out, please? Right. I'm nearly ready. Hi, happy hype. So can you tell me where I've made it big? It's given her the same body type that she has. So I don't know what I've done wrong. I'd like to know. You're right, happy hype. Yeah. There's loads of good ones. Oh, we princess, you here to be horrible. Oh, sorry. Oopsie daisy. Oh Christ, it better not be Gemma Banks. Bloody hell. Don't say that. Got a little sore throat. Wee Princess, it's off the page. Are you supporting Jessie when you've watched Soap and Glory? Are you supporting Blue? Oh no, my throat's killing. Oh, I think that's a fake account, but I'll leave it. Pandora. Anyone still pissed off? Yeah? No? Where's that beautiful one I had? Oh, where it's gone. They can come in. Always watching, always watching. Oh, here's Purple Heart. Hiya. Oh, by the way, I was on a phone call, Purple Heart. So next time you try and kick me saying, oh, Lauren's gone and ran off, maybe don't drop me next time, darling. I'll do what I want. Wee Princess. Exactly happy hype. No different from me. We're all childish. Hang on. Let me just make it a bit more. There we go. Is that a bit better? In it. She got that board, she popped in her. She got really bored. Do you want to see a ladybird? Well, I don't, because you can see the plus sign, you tit. And actually, Sarah Cooey sent me that, love. Thank you. Toodaloo. And I don't think if you don't know Wee Princess, I'm the one that's always wanted to get rid of Gemma Banks because I hate her. She's a weirdo and a murderer. Wee Princess, you don't need to shout in capital letters. I can read it just fine. Thank you. Shared her photo? What, a photo that she was live on, as you can see the green screen, which is on a public platform. Well, can you stop doing the capitals then? Because it seems quite abusive. And I don't tolerate abusiveness in here. This is the original photo. Are you happy? Sarah Cooey might have some more up her sleeve. Hi, Amy. Hi, Fearless. Can you stop? I'm alright, Fearless. Hi, Ruby Lee. TikTok Live is a public platform. If you choose to come on the screen, you will be put up. I don't know who Fearless is. Yeah, this is the real picture. I got this off Sarah Cooey. Off that evil eyes person, which is apparently Gemma Banks. Amy, did you not know what Nanny Bird said to me at Christmas when she was arguing with me? So she came in and we had a little rant. Nothing extreme, just like, shut up, go away. And as soon as I dropped her from the box, she said something like, you haven't experienced anything in life. And you know what I said? That's exactly her words. You haven't experienced anything yet in your life. And I turned around and said, I lost my boyfriend that died and my granddad. And she put, is that it, lol? So what's that say about her then? And you know what? I kicked off and I said to her, you don't leave your bloody sofa. And oh my God, Laura MD, Blue Art, loads of them in the comments like, Lauren, stop. Hello? Oh, poor Nanny Bird. She does nothing wrong. I get told off for calling her an absolute state because she called me a perv. Oh, and I get told off for making an AI of her sat on a bus. And put in the description as even when Nanny Bird leaves the house, she's still glued to her phone. There's nothing mentioning of her body weight. It's not my fault. AI picks up on your body weight from your face. That is not my problem, Nanny Bird. I think I've said it enough times. I've not body shamed the woman. I have today. I said she can't reach down and touch her toes. I have said that now. But for the past 5 months, since she keeps bringing this up, saying I made an AI of her in December and yada 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 in November or something like that, she's always said I body shamed her. She never said how. She never said what words I used. She just kept saying I body shamed her. And she never said it. And I begged her, I texted her, I put a post up, I shared the live to her. I went in a live and said, can Nanny Bird come in? And they said she wasn't on the app at the moment. And when she finally come in, she came up in the box and said, nobody likes you, Lauren. You only got Jessie and they don't like you either. You've got no friends and family. And I said, oh, F off. And then I dropped her. And I called her BITCH. And as soon as I dropped her, she went, you haven't experienced anything in life, Lauren. And I turned back to her and I said to a comment, I said, actually, Nanny Bird, I've lost my boyfriend when I was 17 and he died. And then I lost my granddad. And you know what she turned around and put? Is that it, lol? And then I turned around and said, Nanny Bird, are you for real? You don't even get off your fucking sofa. And no, everyone had a go at me. I'll keep it up, Irish Queen. I'm alright. Hi, Sarah Jane. Well, I've body shamed her now by saying she can't touch her toes. So I have done it now, Nanny Bird. I hope you're happy. And I will continue to put you up or post you if you carry on bringing it up all the time. Because you did call me a scammer. You said I spent all my money on myself towards luxuries. I've got my bank statements, which I proved, and you couldn't comment on it. Oh, is it not Irish Queen when she's like 50 years old? And I've just turned 20. Who's the one that's like 50 years old or 40 or 60 and arguing with a 20-year-old? Who's the one making AIs back with a 20-year-old? Who's the one body shaming as well and being transphobic and homophobic to a 20-year-old at the age of 40 and 50? So that says a lot about you lot than it does to me. As you all say, I'm young and childish and I have a lot to learn. And I've got a lot of years ahead of me. And when I'm 60, sorry to the ones that I like in here, but the ones I don't like, you'll all be 6 foot under. Sorry, but it's true. Unless you're going to live past 100, you know, I'll be living my life. Like you said, I've got a lot to learn. But there again, I'm the nasty bully. Oh, it's always like Jessie, Sharon and me. Like, you know, always do the wrong thing and then no one else does. But no, it's alright to dead name me, take the piss out of me. That's alright, Sarah Jane, you're young. Anyone past 45? Actually, I'd say 50. 50's getting old. Old and beautiful, but some of them just aren't beautiful, inside or out. As you can see on my page and on the live. So yeah, I've done it now. And I'll say it again, Nanny Bird can't touch your toes. So the many times you've been saying, Nanny Bird, that I've body shamed you by putting an AI up of you, sat on a bus with your dog, with the normal weight you do have, because you're not skinny and petite, are you, Nanny Bird? Let's be honest. I'm sorry that the AI gave you a body that matched your face. If an AI can tell you're skinny in the face and it generates a body for you, it'll generate a skinny body for you, Nanny Bird. That's how it works. So if I pull up this one, love, you can see her give this woman a full body in a park on a bench feeding the birds. And you can see, Nanny Bird, you're not very skinny there. You still got the same, you know, facial neck. Yeah, I did, Poppy. I've already said, now I've called her fat. I've done it now, Poppy. I've asked her loads of times throughout the months where I've called her any names and she never said. She just kept saying, you body shame me, you body shame me. And she never, ever said. So I've made a point today. I've body shamed her now. And you can still body shame people that are skinny. You can make fun of them for being bony. You can do anything. You can say anything. You could have the smallest nose, which girls want, and you can make take the piss out of it and call a pig nose. Call someone Pinocchio with a long nose. It doesn't matter what shape and size you are. It's still body shaming. It's looking childish now, is it, Tia? What, because I'm making a point? So yeah, all them times these people have mocked me and all I've done is call them like, you know, a CUNT or told them to F off. I'll come back at you now like I did with crazy behaviour, and we don't want to see crazy behaviour up on this screen because I'll give you all nightmares. Well, I won't, but she will. But yeah, you can make AIs of me because all you do is talk about my private parts and it's a bit boring and creepy. But I've made a point though. I think that's why you're only saying it's looking childish now. What I think's more childish is 50-year-olds arguing with a 20-year-old. That's what I find childish. What I find childish is this is the same people from 2024 when I was 18. 5 months in to when I turned 18. I think you should tell that to Other Live then, Tia, because all they can keep going on about is my male parts. I need to double check what I've got. I've got male chromosomes this. I've got balls this. I've got penises this. I've got this, that and the other. I don't care what I've got between my legs. Really, Tia, because I don't think you're in every single live every single week or month or day, love. Because I'm pretty sure you haven't heard Mark, Sherby, Angel, Lou, Jessie, Sharon, Sarah, Cal, Moore, Shelbell, more and more and more, where they have mentioned my private parts. And that, you know what, people be going, oh, and you did nothing wrong, Lauren. Just because I'm bringing something up doesn't mean I'm sitting here saying I'm innocent. So you've been in every single live that's happened, sweetheart, because it's been probably about 4 lives on the go usually. You know, it was like Best Girls, Keisha's, Sharon's, Jessie's, Shelbell, mine. So I doubt you're everywhere. But you know what? I've got a whole life ahead of me. And I'm reading the comments, by the way, to the people that are commenting. I've got a whole life ahead of me. So when you're sat there saying you never leave your room, Lauren, you're insecure, yada, 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 I'm actually building it and I'm actually doing a lot better. You know, that's the reason why I'm hardly on it, you know, because for the past month, well, 2 months, since February, the start of February, I've hardly been on. The last thing I properly know about is the Thailand situation with Jessie and Chris. And I think that was the end of January or something. That's how much I don't give 2 shits. So, you know, it won't affect me if I stay a man or stay a trans woman or stay a woman that's still a man, you know, blah, blah, blah. That won't bother me. At the end of the day, I've got a whole life to look forward to. I'm going to build my confidence, which I'm doing. I'm going into shops. I'm walking down the street now. I'm doing so, so well. And it's because I'm not near people like you lot. Apart from the ones that are nice, that are in here. So, you know, when I come to think of it, you know, I'm not going to sit here and bring up that I've got ADHD, autism, because I'm not going to use that as a, you know, the way to go. You're being horrible to me, because I have a low spectrum of autism and I have quite high ADHD. That's why you'll see me always go quite, you know, hyper. But, you know, I've got me anxiety and I've got a lot of stuff. So when Nanny Bird says, is that it, lol, to my boyfriend that died and my granddad, I think that's enough to start from at 17 years old, and I think I'm doing quite well. So for these adults that are 50 years old, I don't think Nanny Bird has kids. And now, you know, she mocked her, saying, you don't have kids, Jessie. Well, neither do you, Nanny Bird. And I don't care what the circumstances, you don't mock anyone that don't have kids, unless they've chosen not to. If they can't, like Jessie's situation where she doesn't want to get pregnant by a man, then fair enough. I will, Tia, because every time I have had an argument with people, it's like I had an argument with Angel because I was friends with Sharon. And the first thing Mark and Sherby could do was call me he. Started saying I was a boy. So I retaliated, saying Mark was obsessed with me because he keeps going on about me being a man. And then it came to doxing my house, putting my dead granddad's funeral page up. Because Sharon brought that up today and said, look what Lauren did to Mark and Sherby, and Angel. That was mostly Sharon. She put up Angel's dead uncle when I was sat in the box, didn't even know who he was. And I jumped straight out and I apologised to Angel like 2 days later when she came back online and responded to me. Everything's been sorted. But it's people like Nanny Bird and Shellbal. You know, I haven't got a problem with Shellbal, to be fair. But it's people like Nanny Bird, Jamie Lee, Mary Elephant, whatever the fucking name is, and Ratcatcher and all them bloody pissheads in there. Because they're a bit mental in the head. You know, they want to keep bringing me down because they know I hardly leave my room. Well, you know what? I've done so much better. I've gone out for walks. I've been on the phone. I'm booking appointments, which I've already done a session. You know what? At the moment, and I can show you my email right now if you want it. I'm paying 150 quid to stay with my transgender clinic. Anne's Health, that's what it is. And I've paused it, so I'm not getting my blood test done. What I'm wasting 150 quid on is just to talk to him, to make sure I want to do it. And that 150 could be going towards clothes, food, and you know what I've left from that 300 quid? About 50 quid once I've spent that 150 for my hormones, which I haven't got yet. I've been paying for them since January, and I'm not even on them. It takes 2 months. And it's already April now. And I've put it on pause. So just so I can talk to him and have sessions with him. Because you can't just ring him up and have an hour conversation with him. You got to be with the clinic. Unless you pay for private sessions online on like Google. So I've got stuff going on off the app. So, you know, I'm not going to keep repeating it. Today I have body shamed Nanny Bird and called her fat. And I said she couldn't reach her toes. Because if you're going to keep saying I have, and when I haven't, which as you can see here, it still gave Nanny Bird the same body that you can tell by her face that she is overweight. And she isn't skinny. That wasn't me, that's AI. That isn't body shaming you. And I'm not being funny, Nanny Bird. You were in a bikini on live with me. And you said I was a pervert because I'm not going to transition. So I called you a state and I wouldn't go near you. But that makes me a horrible person. So I'm a horrible person for calling someone a state because I don't want to be known as a pervert because I'm not into women. And I'm going to go slow now, and I don't know what you are in that photo above. I won't go near you. Because you did say that in December, Nanny Bird. You said I seem a bit like a perv now I'm not transitioning. Oh, but no, I get hate for calling Nanny Bird a state and a mess. Because I said I won't go near you, Nanny Bird, you're a state and a mess. Something like that. But no, that's horrible. But no, let's call it, you know, someone that's trying to transition and a bit confused. Let's call them a pervert when we've been supporting them, and a scammer. But no, when that person turns around and says, you know what, Nanny Bird, I won't go near you. I'm not even into women, and plus you're a state as well. Oh my God, you're horrible, Lauren. That's body shaming. You're nasty. You're horrible. Oh my God. You know what I think it is? People exaggerate because I'm 20 years old. So because they look at me as my age, they just think nasty, 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 childish, childish, childish. And that's all they can do. And it's really sad. And I've said the truth today about Sherby and Mark. It's like with Mark being like nearly 50 years old, probably 40, 50, having an 18-year-old address. 18. How many mums out there would think that's a bit peddler-ish? A random 40-year-old man online having an 18-year-old's address. So when they're making that thing of Chris, which I stuck up for him today. Blue, when I was putting the AI up of Nanny Bird again today, because she brought it up again the other day for the 50th time, Nanny Bird, Blue randomly said something about Chris, and I went, Blue, stop, or something like that. And I was still laughing because I had Nanny Bird up on my screen. And I stuck up for Chris today because I was literally saying, so what about when Mark got my address, when he deep dived to where I live? He found my house, got all my details, found pictures of me from when I was 14 years old, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, we can say he's a pedalo because that's what pedalos do. They stalk people, they get their address, they do stuff, they're creepy. So when they're saying Chris is strange because he's single going over to Thailand, I can say Mark is a pedalo because he's doing what other pedalos do, which is a bit strange. You know, getting an 18-year-old, someone that's really young, an 18-year-old address. Doesn't matter what the circumstances, because everyone knows Chris went over there to go on holiday. He didn't say he was going to do what you all think he was going to do, what you've been accusing him of, you know, paying for these kids, which is disgusting, because Mark never said he was going to do anything to me, but we can just presume, can't we, like you have with Chris. And no one will argue with me on that. So fair's fair. So if you want to mock my mental health, and I didn't want to have to do that today and call Nanny Bird fat and say she can't reach her toes, but I did, because you've repeated it so many times. You'd never come in, Nanny Bird, and give me a straight answer. All you've done, every time I've seen a live replay and you've heard my voice, you go, oh, that Lauren's horrible. Oh, she did this to me. And you've brought up so many times, and I've asked you, I can get a replay from December if I could. And I begged you to come and said, Nanny Bird, can we talk civil about it? You came in and you went, you've got no friends, Lauren. You've got no family and nobody likes you. And I said, you're lonely, Nanny Bird. I retaliated back. She left the box. She put in the comments, you haven't experienced anything in life, Lauren. And I'll repeat it again. And I turned around and said to her, actually, Nanny Bird, my boyfriend died at 17 years old and then my granddad died. And I told her about my nan that disowned me. And after all of that, while she was typing away, she put, is that it, lol? So what does that say about you then, Nanny Bird? Because I don't care if I've got 27 people in here listening. I don't care if it drops to 15. Because there'll be people on a, you know, Soap and Glory recording, or, you know, someone will hear it. But don't make me out as this horrible, nasty person when all I've done has just been bad as you lot. Because I never, ever sit on this app and go, oh, I'm Miss Perfect. I'm this, I'm that. Because I'm not. And you know what? At least I can hold my hands up and say that I've done it. Which you lot can't. Like you did, Nanny Bird, saying you massively helped me with my transition. I'm not being funny, Nanny Bird. You didn't do anything with my transition apart from support me in a live. You didn't help me set it up. Jenny did that. Jenny gave me the idea. You said, oh, I helped you get it going. I gave you money. You didn't give me a single penny, Nanny Bird. You've lied so many times to make me out I'm such a horrible person, and I body shamed you and I mocked you. All I did of you was an AI image of you sat on a bus saying even when Nanny Bird goes out, she's still glued to TikTok. And you said that was body shaming you. So make it make sense. So yeah, today I have body shamed you properly in my eyes. Because if you think that's body shaming, Nanny Bird, then that's on you. But yeah, I have body shamed you today. And I ain't proud of it. I really ain't. I'm alright, thank you, Leah. I can sit here and say my auntie, which one of my aunties is overweight, she's fat, and And what? Someone could call me skinny and anorexic. It's just a word. What is properly body shaming is go have a look into it. If I was sat there going, nanny bear, oh God, you need to stop eating. Oh, this, that and the other. That's being nasty. Not making an AI of you sat on a bus with your dog, saying you're glued to TikTok. So when you want her attention seat, Nanny Bird, and you bring it up every week in that live with Nettie and True and Blue when you did back in February, and you brought it up going, Lauren, you still owe me an apology for what you did in December. Because a lot of you now will be thinking, why is Lauren still going on about this? Because a lot of you forget when Nanny Bird's doing it, and same with the others. Because why the hell would I just argue now with Nanny Bird? Because I really want to just go on my game, but I'm going to put this out there because everyone's going to think, oh, Lauren's body shamed Nanny Bird today. That's really nasty of her. I wonder why she's done it. And I'm telling you, you told me so many times that I've done it. I've asked you to come in and talk to me. You've ignored me. You had the chance in January after my birthday. You said no one likes me. I've got no family. You laughed at me. You fucked off in the comments and said, is that it, lol? And you were nasty, Nanny Bird. So I think you're just as bad as me. So if you're going to come off the app and cry because I said you can't reach your toes, then that's on you. Because you'll expect me to cry because you called me a man. Do you not think when I sit on the toilet or go in the shower, I don't see my bits and bobs? Sorry for the people out there, I don't want to hear that. But do you not think I know that? Do you not think all of my birth certificates that say male and, well, my passport doesn't and my credit card, but do you not think things can remind me and tell me, because I'm not thick, I'm not mentally ill, where I'm going to sit here and go, oh my God, actually I'm a biological woman, I'm just in the wrong body. No, that's not me. I've always said, while I've been on this app, and I've always said I'm a biological male. So when you think, oh, that's going to hurt her so bad, oh my God, she's going to come off and probably try and take her life because it's horrible, it won't hurt me one bit. What hurts me and creeps me out, well, it doesn't hurt me, it weirds me out when people just go, oh no, check what's between your legs, Lauren, oh, your sausage, that's creepy. Because then I wonder, what do these people think in their head? Why are they thinking of my private parts when I'm young enough to be probably their grandchild or their child, probably? Actually, should have said it the other way around, or their grandchild. Yeah, unknown, she did. She felt like she was being perved on. Because in November, I made a decision where I come off the hormones, and I wasn't sure if I was going to fully transition. And then she went and said something along the lines of, it was quite pervy. I remember the word perv. Because I went absolutely mental. I went live and I said, who the hell does she think she is calling me a perv? And I said, you're an absolute state, I won't go near you. And I kicked off. I absolutely went mental. Because I'd never look at a woman. Well, if you class Nanny Bird a woman. But, yeah. So I'll put this up quickly before I pop off. And you can cry about it. There you go. That's something you can cry about now. Yeah, there you go. I'm childish. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I'm so childish. Oh. But I'm going to pop off. So thank you all for listening. And I'll see you all whenever. Because I don't know if I'll hardly be back on. But yeah. See you later, alligator. In a while. Fuck a crocodile.